Look, what? It's a pair of It's a pair of moustache scissors. It's a pair of It smells of gunpowder. This black cloth is large enough to conceal a person. Handsome armor. Look, what's this? Look, what's this? Black hair. It is not the time to join. The handle is twisted down. I need something. It is a poor copy of a uniform button. The cannon insignias are hand-drawn. This is diabolically. This is. Nothing of any interest. Nothing of any interest. Nothing of any.
May I help you?
Hello? Are you?
Yes, it seems that our master has got himself killed. Scott told me that much. On his daughter's birthday. And all these nice dishes. It took...
How would you
Well, as an employer, he was not easily satisfied, always insisting on some Indian or French dish. That old fowlet put it into Sir Bromsby's head that this Frenchman prepare better meals than the English. He would have had my master eating frogs stuffed with snails if he could.
A Frenchman?
Yes, a squint-eyed Frenchman. That must be done like this, and this must be placed like that. Well, he may well be a connoisseur of fine cuisine and service, but of everything else, Miss Lambert dared not even contradict him about the tablecloth's colour, though Bromsby hated white and insisted on blue to match the colour of the daughter's eyes. And look how he placed the tables in the ballroom. I have never seen
the lid of your dustbin.
It makes some noise, doesn't it? At least we know when somebody closes it. I was in the cellar, and I heard the lid closing a little before that, what you said was the shot. I heard it again right after, but that surely...
You say it was Mary?
The first time I saw her with my own eyes, when she came to empty the rubbish. She cautioned me not to...
I will let...
All right.
I need something. I need something. I need something. The tracer powder is located at 1 meter 65 from the surface. It is not the time.
Young man.
Thank
Cut! Young man.
Thank.
Cut!
Can I be useful?
Thank you.
Sir?
Did you know the Frenchman?
Oh, he chatters on.
Thank you. You do not seem the least...
In India, I became quite familiar with the sound of gunshots. Therefore, their sudden occurrence does not alarm me as they would a woman.
Why didn't...
It would have been of no use. Whoever he is, the man who did this is either a perfect shot or extremely lucky.
Could you explain your...
Bromsby sent me 2 invitations for myself and the wife. My wife has fainted due to the shock of these events. I do hope her condition will last a good while longer, so that I may toss off several
Very...
My
Sir?
Thanks, Doctor.
Never mind. What more questions?
Well,
It is...
Is there...
thank you.
I am...
I beg you, give me some. I beg. I beg you.
Any more?
Did you go to the well during...
Yes, I went there once to empty my bucket. But that was
Only
I told you, only the one time. I even called out to that lout Carl not to fall asleep. Oh, he spends his time drinking in the storeroom, and I often find him asleep there. Oh, but please, sir,
And the Frenchman, how could...
he's a sly one. He's also cross-eyed.
Thank you.
Not to...
A text... A text... A text... I need... Train...
Hello. Please excuse me. I'm
Oh, yes. Well, that is good.
Where were you at the moment when...
I was near the stage and I saw him falling. Oh, my goodness. It was terrifying. I ran for the door, but despite all my efforts, it was blocked.
But your costume is torn. How...
When I was trying to open the door, the crowd dragged me away. I then fell to the floor.
Well,
Yeah.
Miss Lambert, I have been...
Simply dreadful. Can't believe what they're saying about Miss...
Why did you open the gate?
I was so upset. I know now it was imprudent. I should have waited until the authorities arrived, but some of those
Have you informed...
The village constable attended the reception. He left on his bicycle. I assumed to inform the proper authorities. He told me that an inspector from Scotland Yard was already in the area on official business. I know nothing about the nature of his business, but I was told he should arrive soon.
What sort of man was your employer?
Oh, he was a great man. The people of the hall considered him to be very strict, but I think it was just his way of showing a fatherly attitude. And...
You have a list?
Oh, of course. I have a complete guest list for the reception. It's inside the dining room. I believe the police will have need of it. Well, nevertheless, I must first caution them to pay little heed to the notations I made regarding certain names.
Why were these notations made?
Their purpose was to note particular seating arrangements for the meal and the recital, according to specific concerns. Those individuals whom I considered to be very important were marked with a circle.
What about the other odd marks?
Louis-Philippe, Monsieur de la Mazardière, suggested this method of arranging the seating. He also advised me that those guests with poor eyesight and hearing should be seated so that the acoustics and lighting in their room would favour their enjoyment of the recital. So the first category was marked with a point.
What do you know?
He is from a noble family, but found himself forced to seek a vocation as a head waiter. He is so inspired and keenly sensitive to the details. At first, I was afraid that Sir Bronsby would take offence with his suggestion.
What did he do that...
His assistance was invaluable. He took such concerns with every little detail. The dishes, the tablecloths, everything. He not only declined an offer of lodging here at the hall, he also deferred his wages until the end of the reception. Oh.
And where?
He had pressing business in London. In fact, he found it necessary to visit his Harley Street physician.
You have been very...
You are most welcome.
Excuse me.
Yeah, you're...
Are you one of the domestics?
No, I am the personal servant to old Satterthwaite. He is there, sitting on that bench. He seems right enough, but he refused a small drink for his health. Sure.
Tell me...
I heard the shot, then such a strange noise, and the next thing I know, all those money bags are running in a mad rush with their wives.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
And you?
I'm waiting for Miss Roundtree, the niece of that banker chap. She is inconsolable, all because her admirer of a mere 3 days' acquaintance had already abandoned her. Nothing unusual about that. There is no worse-tempered female than this girl.
You heard...
I just left to relieve myself there at the end of the garden, you see.
Well...
Cheers.
Well...
I am the manservant of Lieutenant Harrington. I accompanied him with the old general of the infantry or whatever.
Did you hear...
What shot?
I have... Are you a relative?
No. In truth, I...
As beautiful as... Do you...
Yes, my name is Sue.
Where were you when these
I was serving when it happened. I ran straight for the door, just like the others. I swear his daughter must have done it. She's such a
Thank you, miss.
Oh!
I have questioned everyone here.
I need something. It is a size 7. Look. It's a pair. It's a pair. It's a pair of moustache scissors. It's a pair of moustache scissors. It's a pair. It's a pair of moustache. Nothing of any This is diabolically heavy. Nothing of it.
Young man.
Can I be useful?
Thank you. I would like to ask you
If I can be of help.
what were you doing when the
I was serving those two gen...
Are you one?
No, I was sent...
All right.
Good evening.
What more questions?
Well,
It is. Sir?
thank.
Never.
Is there any...
Thank you.
I am...
I am listening. Very.
It is not the time.
Look, what... I asked myself, what was Watson doing while I was searching the house? He was...
Holmes, the gate.
I know, Watson, but it is of no real consequence. To question all these people would be a tiresome activity and would be of no value to this inquiry. Such ordinary inquiries are best left to the police. They have their purposes.
As you like, Holmes.
Now, Watson, to put your mind at rest, I can see that you have done well in my absence by placing the formidable coachman at the gate. I also imagine you have already spoken with Miss Lambert?
Yes, and some other people too.
Hold your report until our return to Baker Street. Meanwhile, be a good man and look to the gate. I must be informed the moment any official arrives. As always, I depend on your able assistance, Watson. I need... It is a size 7.
Holmes!
Good day, Lestrade. Your haste deserves comment. One could say that you were right to hurry here, as this case is one of great complexity and challenge. Do not worry. I think that you will manage to get back to your mother before the dinner hour.
In the name of devil, Holmes, you go too far. Do you spy on me now? How do you know I've been to my mother's?
Dear Lestrade, it is really quite simple. I must admit my mind has been stimulated by the main course, which would be this unique case. However, I sometimes enjoy a light snack of the details which surround it. Observe, we are in the middle of the countryside, and you have some fresh yellow pollen, but only on your right sleeve. This implies a recent gift of flowers. It is a gallant gesture, but surely a meeting with the fairer of our species would take place in London. Considering the promptness of your arrival, it must have been a bouquet of flowers you took to someone who lives in this area. I presume that you have family living nearby, and I would think only your mother would warrant such an attentive gesture. There is a fresh dab of fat at the corner of your mouth, as well as on the bit of handkerchief visible from your pocket. This is consistent with a recent meal of a big piece of steak. Who would make a policeman swallow such a substantial meal at this hour, and when a crime has been just committed? It could only be a mother thinking about the hard task awaiting her child.
Well, Holmes, when you explain it like that, it really seems quite simple. Good show. What about this Bromsby murder?
A unique case, as I've already noted, but any supposition would be premature until we consider Dr. Watson's report, as well as your own findings. Miss Lavinia has asked that the esteemed Dr. Watson and I give this case our full attention, though I doubt she is aware of all the implications of this case. Lestrade, you can find the victim inside, and I recommend calling upon his solicitor, Mr. Horace Fowlett. Mrs. Hudson is cooking a roast tomorrow at noon. Why don't you be our guest, and we can share our discoveries? What do you think? Watson and I must take our leave, as there's much to be done at Baker Street. Are you coming, Watson? Let us return to Baker Street. Everything is well noted. Watson, bravo. All of these elements will be a great help to us. As for myself, I have already told you everything that I know, and I can tell you nothing more until I receive answers to the messages I've sent with Wiggins. Now I must return to my experiments to test my theory regarding the substance I found at the scene of the murder. Meanwhile, I suggest you look through the books in the bookcase. Information that you find there might prove very useful in resolving this case.
I have to check 3 books on the shelves. Let's see.